that were new. Okay, anybody else? Gene.
Hi, Gene, Golden Gettysburg Signs. Since we're talking about the sign ordinance, I'd like to defer until later on when you guys are talking about it a little bit more. But another thing to consider for the college are the Greek houses and Greek house letters, and the signs they put up for Halloween and things like that. So don't forget those. All right, that's later. Thanks.
Well, who are you looking at and saying that to?
Well, I'm saying, if council wants to consider that, so we're gonna have a meeting.
It'll be a whole new council as of January 2nd.
Right.
We can't make plans for January 2nd. So much. We have come this far with this sign ordinance after a lot of work. Why isn't somebody just making the motion that we advertise this for completion?
Well,
and we have a month to talk about it.
Okay, because
But
I
we
feel
have
like
a month
I've
to
had
talk. Well, we
a
can
chance to talk about
then let's talk.
the 3 issues that you identified that council should
Okay,
discuss.
then let's talk about it.
Mr. President, we've had this thing. Okay, Gene.
Okay, now I guess it's my turn, since we're talking about the sign ordinance. Just a couple things. Is this the right time?
No, this is not the right time.
Okay.
I take exception to this. This is not the public's turn to speak. And
I
He asked
defer.
for an
Yes, to
exception.
defer.
We granted it, nobody.
no,
Well,
he
you
said
should
the
have
word.
objected at that time, Molly.
I don't know why I'm always the one that has to
Well,
be
I'm
doing this.
sorry, is anybody else object to this? At this point in time?
From a procedural aspect, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So you're not allowed to defer comments till later, really?
But he should have been told that when he asked.
Well, he threw the word defer out. I don't know what he's saying sometimes, and, you know, the critical point comes when no one else ever says anything to it. This is not the public's time to interact with us. It's our time to interact with each other. That's what this is about.
You're right there.
It's a procedural thing. If
I
we
do
want to
believe
engage
there's
everybody
precedent.
in the room,
I
I'm
do
sorry,
believe
I'm
there's
sorry, I'm still
precedent.
speaking.
There is
If
precedent.
we want
Yes,
to
you know it,
engage
Holly.
with everybody else in the room, then let's have a free-for-all.
Mr. President, could I just say something here? Holly makes a very good point, but that said, there was a lack of clarity from the chair about what Mr. Golden's rights were in terms of bringing anything up at the beginning. And he agreed to defer. We did not know where the conversation was going. And personally, I think he should, within some reasonable limit, have the opportunity to say his piece. You will have the chance, Mr. Golden, to speak extensively as you need to at this substantive discussion that we're going to have in January. But personally, I think given that you were gentlemen about this, you deferred, and we didn't give you clear responses, I personally would have no problem with avoiding the protocol and letting you say something. But that, you know, that's a matter for the chair to decide.
I will take blame for that. That was my fault for not making it clear. And I just, Gene, if you can make it brief, why, please do so. You'll have ample time.
You know,
after
it's
this is
frustrating
over.
for all of you, but just think how frustrating it is for me over 18-some months to try to figure out what's going on. All right? I hear a lot of things being said. I have a lot of answers, believe it or not, and they may not be what you think they are. But they could help. But when you deny me the chance to speak to you at any meeting, and then all of a sudden I hear tonight that you might, you know, have John Spangler here, have somebody else speak to you at a meeting, you know, just to discuss his little issue, excuse me, something's wrong with that. And just think about it in terms of what I have to bring to the table and what they have that they're asking for.
Okay, you've scolded
There are
us,
a
you
lot of-
scolded me. If you just get on.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of things that we can
Okay.
discuss at another time.
I
But
understand that.
even at the community development meeting, if I was allowed to speak at that meeting, I have no clue, but Ted made it very clear to just kind of, you know, pass, you know, he didn't even ask if anybody in the audience had anything to say.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ted, I have it on film.
Play that film.
I
Come
certainly
back here,
will,
project that right on the
I
wall.
certainly
Everyone
will.
Robert
Jane, I gave you an opportunity.
Out of Robert's rules.
No, I'm sorry.
I gave you an opportunity.
Okay, but anyway, that's what I'm saying.
I understand that. Well,
There's
I
so many
differ with
questions.
the president who did not direct me to speak during the meeting. This is wrong at this
I
point.
said yes. So, my fault. Okay.
Just a little question about the $1 million lighter, not that I'm that interested in it, but is it for anyone installing any single sign? Or is it an installer has to have $1 million rider with the borough, or $2 million or $5 million. If a proprietor installs his own sign, is he going to be required to have $1 million rider? He probably should, since it may not be installed properly. So is each person going to have you as a rider? Do I have to have a rider for each individual customer that I install a sign for? And I'd like that to be addressed whenever you can. And there's so many other questions, but I'll defer my questions to another time. Thank you very much.
Okay. Sorry about all that again, it was my fault. Mr. Berkner.